Welcome. You have reached review time with Imperial, and today's review will be House of the Dragon, Season 1, Episode 9. Let's get into it. Before we do that, subscribe to the channel and like the video. Now, of course, we know at the end of last episode, rest in peace to King Viserys. We knew he was dead after that. So, of course, this episode starts off with him passing away and Alicent telling everybody that his last wishes was to make Aegon king and not Rhaenyra, pretty much. So, of course, the treachery and the treason went into play where they took all the service people and handsmaid and put them in jail. So they couldn't get the word out on what took place, especially not to Rhaenyra. Now, Princess Rhaenyra, she was there, so they locked her in her room. And so this whole episode, I was sitting there thinking, well, she's one with the dragon. She can't whistle or something, just have her dragon come to where she at. So, not. So now they want to get Aegon in motion. So Aegon dipped off. Now, Otto Hightower, Grandpa, sent his 2 men out to grab Aegon. So the Queen, she sent Sir Criston Cole out to get Aegon as well. So Aemon pretty much said he need to go with him. Now, the reason for this, because if Otto gets a hold of Aegon, he's gonna tell him he needs to execute Rhaenyra because she's a threat. Alicent doesn't want that. She believes that show her mercy and, we can live peaceful. But, she's not going to bend to the knee. So already the council was already plotting and planning when Viserys died, how they was going to move. And, the old man, I don't know what his name is, but the old man that want to go by the book, pretty much Sir Criston Cole bashed him in the head and he slammed him on the ground, killed him. So pretty much in the book, if I'm not mistaken, this situation happened and Sir Criston Cole sliced somebody's neck, and that pretty much put everybody in place. So they kind of did something similar, and one of the guys that he seen that they was putting, they locked 2 of the people up that said they wasn't going to bend the knee. And so he bent his knee, but then he tried to get out the gates. And then they locked him up before he could get out. So they went on through the city to find Aegon. And they couldn't find him. So Massaria, who Prince Daemon was messing with, she got word that they were looking for him, so she wanted the price to give him information. So in the process of this, Sir Eric and his brother, they're looking and they seeing things that's going on. So they got kids who grow out their nails and sharpen their teeth, and they fight to the death and stuff like that. And one of the kids you see in there got blonde hair, so they asking, is that Aegon? And they like, yeah, it's a few of them out here, because Aegon just be running wild, just ripping. And so one of the women out there seen Aemon, and she pretty much was like, well, you sure enough grown. So Sarah pretty much said a lot of stuff that go on here to the children and stuff, and they go unwatched from the kingdom. She pretty much told Otto that the people let y'all use y'all power, but the people running everything. So that's a deep statement that she said, because if you think about that in real life and you think of in the world of government and stuff like that, like it's the people who really push and accept what the government says is supposed to happen, you know, or whatever. So that was a good statement they said that. Nevertheless, they gave Viserys a big bag of money, and she told him where Aegon was. So they grabbed him, and Sir Eric and his brother, they found Aegon, and pretty much he fighting and pretty much saying, "I don't want the throne. I'd rather be in my own." So then Sir Kristen Cole showed up and be like, "I'm sorry, my friends, I gotta take him." And so Aemon stepped up. Aegon started to run, and once Aemon grabbed Aegon, he pretty much was like, "Man, I don't want this, you know. Allow me to slip away on a boat and disappear." Foreshadowing. That's a foreshadow in that moment right there. Because in the book, that happens. It's a moment where during the war, Aegon gets hurt, and they pretty much ship him off while he heals. So, nevertheless, they get Aegon back, and Queen Alicent was able to get in his mind and get him cleaned up. So, right before that, one of the Sir Eric said that he's not gonna be with this treason. So one brother was with everything, with the whole everything that was going on. The other brother wasn't. So when Kristen Cole was fighting the one brother that was with Hightower, the other brother left. Sir Eric, he left. And so he went and grabbed Princess Rhaenyra and pretty much told her that, "Hey, I'm not with this treason. I gotta get you out of here." So when he went to go get her out of here, you seen the man that was trying to leave King's Landing. They hung him. So she was like, "Well, just let me get to the dragon pit." And they was like, "No, they're gonna be waiting for you there." So he tried to get her to escape like through a ship and go through the city, but when she tried to go through the city, they were already calling the ceremony and rushing all the people to the ceremony. Now, when she seen that's where they were aiming them to, she started to smile. And I knew what she was smiling of, because she knew they were going to lead her to the dragon pit. So they had this cool ceremony for Aegon and everything, and saying to the people that the king last dying wishes was to make him the heir to the throne. His mom had to talk with him before when they was riding to the place, pretty much gave him the dagger that Viserys wore on his hip. And so he really didn't want it. He didn't believe it. And he asked his mom, did she love him? And she said, "You imbecile." And pretty much she never said yes. I mean, she probably trying to say, "Yeah, obviously I do love you, my son," but she didn't say it. She said, "You imbecile," like, or whatever. So you should know better, but nah. And so he said that his dad never really liked him because he was pretty much an F-up. And you already seen that Aegon and Helena, which is his sister / wife, have 2 kids together. So you see the 2 little kids there, and it's a story that happens to them when they get older as well. Now, while this ceremony is going on, everybody's looking. You got Aemon is looking at this like he really wants that spot. He wants the throne, where his brother doesn't. Now, Princess Rhaenyra is looking at this the whole time, but they don't know she's in the crowd. She got the cloth over her head and she's covered underneath with so many people. So she sees her gateway to get to. You can see she's going to the where the dragon pit is. And right when they night, or tell everybody Aegon the king. Aegon finally looks, and they start cheering for him, and now he's like, they love me. They like, he got his hand up, he's rooting with his sword. They love me, and he got that tight spirit, you see, and now you can see he's gonna be power drunk. Right at that moment, all you seen is something blast up out of nowhere, people flying, smoke everywhere. You was like, yes, yes, yes. This is what I'm talking about. This is a great way to end the episode. So Princess Rhaenyra went and got her dragon and bust up out of the floor. And was sitting on top of her dragon looking at them. And so you ain't know whether somebody's going to take a sword and just swoop her off. But this too early. Now, theoretically, right, if she was really meant a strong purpose, she could have said Dracarys and just lit all them up in fire. She had it right there. End scene. No more episodes. I would have loved to see that happen. But you know the storyline doesn't go like that. So what she did is she let her dragon pretty much yell at them with their breath, because it was a moment where Alicent thought it was over and she just put the kids behind her. And Princess Rhaenyra just let her dragon scream at them. They felt the breath of the dragon, and then she just turned her dragon around and left. And so now that's the beginning of the war, because she's headed to Dragonstone to tell Rhaenyra. Rhaenyra's still pregnant, and spoiler alert, Rhaenyra is supposed to have a miscarriage when this starts to happen. So the war will start, and the bad part about it is Rhaenyra didn't get to grieve or over her father passing, or go to the ceremony, funeral and stuff like that. Neither did Prince Daemon the same for his brother. So that the treachery of Alicent and all that, and Otto Hightower, it's terrible. So in the long run, they eventually get theirs, but that's some time from now, and not so much of Alicent though. Other than that, it was a good, decent episode. Push the story forward. The war is about to begin. Everybody, get ready. Leave a comment at the bottom. What team are you on? Are you on Team Green or Team Black? That's the debate. Subscribe to the channel, like the video. Till next time.